Hi, my name's Tom Page and I'm the Managing Director of West Park Care Harrogate. People often ask me why we started a care business, the things we do differently, what our values are, and how we achieve such a good service that has made us award-winning in our short time and also given us some great feedback from clients. So, to cut a long story short, I had a bad experience trying to arrange care for a loved one. It was clear he wanted to stay at home, but to be honest, the options, just in my opinion, were just not there. So he did end up in a care home. And a lot of people really want to stay at home, really want to, be able to live at home but have the support they need. So that's what we aim to offer. All of our care packages are bespoke to each client. It's not a one size fits all. Now, delivering high standards of care, it's all good and well saying it, but it's how we were going to do that. So we looked at some key parts of the industry that we thought needed addressing. For me, the number one issue was that a lot of care staff were on 0-hour contracts. Now this means that they don't know what their paycheck's going to be that month. They don't know what they're working until sometimes the day of getting their rota. They only get their rota the day before. It's just not a great way of operating, in my opinion. And with this in mind, a lot of care companies have a really high turnover of staff. So we wanted to change that. So all of our staff work for us full time. This means that our clients see the same staff on a regular basis. Staff stay with us, staff feel valued. Treat your staff well, they'll treat your clients well. And that's something that we really believe in and is clearly working. All of our rotas are done a month in advance. Our Christmas rota is already done now and it's third week in November. So all the staff know exactly where they're going to be. The clients know who's coming to see them. So these horror stories of numerous carers seeing clients is just not what happens with us. So I think the staff side is really important, and this leads on to that continuity of care. So clients seeing the same staff members, building that relationship. It allows for sort of a bond to be made, but also if there's a change in a client situation, carers that see that client regularly will pick this up and then report it back to the office so we can act and make sure that the problem doesn't escalate at the time. The other thing that we notice is a lot of 15-minute short visits, task-based care. So go in, do the medication, do the meals, do it as quick as possible, rush to the next visit. Carers not being paid for their travel time in between visits. We have none of that. All of our visits are an hour minimum. We will occasionally do 30 minutes if it's linked to another hour, but as a whole, an hour minimum. And all of our care staff have time in between calls to make it to the next visit. Now, this is incredibly important because carers rushing around making mistakes is really not what we want. We want that experience. We want that care package to be specific for the client, which is what we aim to deliver. So the big thing really is understanding our client, understanding what they want, making sure that package is in fact bespoke to them. And also we have a care software that we use and all of our carers fill in from each visit, morning and night, of what visit they've done and what's happened in that visit. And that is live information the office can see. We do regular audits on that information. If there's any trends appearing, any issues that we can see, we can then address that. So we're really reactive to anything that's happening with our clients, because with domiciliary care, unlike a care home, things are happening out in the community. So for us in the office, having that software, being able to see that is invaluable. But again, all that's good and well. If the carers aren't trained to use it, it all falls apart. So we invest heavily in our carers. Again, coming back to the full-time care staff, because they work for us and they don't work for anyone else, or they, on 0 hours, they could just, decide they're not going to work for us tomorrow. With us, they are fully contracted, fully working for us. So for that reason, we invest heavily in their training. A typical induction with us lasts 2 weeks. Includes classroom-based training, some online video training as well, and also shadowing and supervision before a carer goes out and sees a client. So, if anyone would like to go on homecare.co.uk, it's a review site. You can read some of the reviews from our clients. It's really good to hear that feedback and really good to hear that the model's working. So, to be honest, from my point of view, it was starting a care business that was really sort of had quality at its heart. we're not a volume-based care business. We're not in and out. We keep our client base relatively small, and we put a lot of attention into each client and make sure everything's correct for them. So they feel valued by us, the staff feel valued, the clients feel valued, and it's led to some really good results. We have various clients that said they had previous care companies in, and since having us, and they didn't like those previous care companies, and since having us, they've been with us for months, if not years now. So that's worked really well. As a business, we're going from strength to strength. It's not been easy with coronavirus, but we have had enough PPE. We've made sure that all staff have got access to as much PPE as they need. We're regularly communicating with clients if there's any issues. If someone goes into hospital, we then wear extra PPE when they come out just to make sure. And luckily, touch wood, we've avoided coronavirus as it stands. But it's been a difficult time for everybody. But I think the fact that when lockdown happened, when coronavirus sort of came in, we had that small amount of care staff for each client. We could limit the numbers of people going in and out of the house, so it wasn't like there was numerous people going in and out. So I think that made our clients feel safer as well. I like to go on all day about what we do and why we do it, but really, the message is sort of look after our staff, give them security, give them the full-time contracts, which in turn gives the clients the security of knowing, who's coming week in, week out. These carers get that relationship, which means that they then feed back to the office any problems that we can then act upon. We have a team in the office that offer support as well to clients and staff. We have a 24-hour emergency phone, which is always manned if anything happens. So really, it was, I could sit and talk all day about the business, but it was just really, I just wanted to do a quick video because a lot of people often ask, what is it you do? How does it work? On that front, we do, personal care, meal preparation, medication administration, companionship. We really offer almost a life management, and we can do anything from an hour a day up to 24 hours a day. It's sort of the full package we try and offer with really, in my opinion, some of the best care staff, in the area, because we put that time and effort into them and make sure that they want to work for us and they feel happy in their role, to be totally honest. So we've got a couple of videos on Facebook, A Day in the Life of a Carer, which might be worth having a look at. We've also got a video with Jack, one of our clients, sort of doing a little bit of feedback about us as a business. So thank you for listening. And obviously, if you've got any questions about the business, please feel free to ring. The number's 01423 594 142. Or our website is www.westparkcare.co.uk, and there's a lot more information on there. Thank you very much.